Tonight on the Maritime Beer Report, I have news on a bunch of new beers, some brewery building going on in Fredericton, 3 home brew-offs, and a Name the Beer competition. Hello and welcome to the December 19th edition of the Maritime Beer Report. Barnone Brewing says that the Vaca Loca Milk Stout should be ready for next Tuesday, and they're very happy with how this one turned out. They go on to say that they're planning a growler night for Tuesday the 23rd, weather permitting. The Brasseurs du Petit-Sault will have 3 of their beers at Mont Farlagne ski hill this winter. LeBoeuf, Tante, Blanche, and Louis XVII will be available on tap and in bottles at the bar. Also, don't forget their tap takeovers tomorrow at Resto-Bar Le Deck at 7 p.m. Grimross Brewing will be opening their new facility on Monday the 22nd from 12 to 10 p.m. They will have a test batch Belgian Blonde beer and Cheval D'or on in the tap room, and they also say that they're brewing a Rye IPA that will be ready in about 3 weeks. Hammond River Brewing says that their Hawaiian Porter called Into the Dark is now on tap at the Bourbon Quarter Restaurant Bar. Craig Finney, Atlantic Canada's wine, beer, and spirits writer, describes it as bounty chocolate bar in a glass. Lots of coconut came through with hints of chocolate. Also, it's less than 1 month until the deadline for the first annual Home Brew Competition, so get brewing. Picaroon's Traditional Ales officially broke ground this week at the Roundhouse in Fredericton North, marking the start of the construction of its new brewery. It's long overdue and will be a great new spot in Fredericton. Railcar Brewing Company says that on Saturday, December 20th, they will have 2 beers on tap from the first of their guest brewer series. Basset Hound Brewing stopped by and brewed up a blonde ale and a cherry chocolate stout. 1 keg of each only, so get in quick and grab them while you can. Trailway Brewing Company has produced coffee stout brewed with Kenyan coffee beans roasted by local Whitney Coffee Company and a hoppy amber. They'll be available at both 540 Kitchen and Bar and King Street Alehouse starting tomorrow night, with the official launch at King Street Alehouse at 7 p.m. Big Spruce Brewing says that it has brewed Eric Gauthier's Home Brew Challenge winning wheat beer, Brought There Eric. Brewed with modest bittering hops, they use both Simcoe and Cascade as late additions, thus giving the beer a great hop flavor. He also decided to dry hop this bad boy with Citra and New Zealand Wakatu hops. They will debut this beer at the Local Connections Food and Craft Beer Festival in Halifax on January 15th. Eric himself will be there pouring the beer. They also took 7 Gila squash from Michelle Smith of North Wind Farm in Sky Glen, Cape Breton, then sugar roasted the flesh. You can see pictures of this and the interesting story on Facebook. They then added the squash to their mash of a winter warmer beer. This is a terrier beer, as it will not only be using Gila squash, but they will also be using hops from Southern Farms in New Brunswick, Doyle Farm in Nova Scotia, and from their very own farm at the brewery. Some blackstrap molasses will be added for some character, and they're targeting an ABV of 9%. Look for this one in the new year. Boxing Rock Brewing Company introduced Blue Toboggan Spiced Winter Ale this week. From Boxing Rock, spiced with great flavors of the season, cinnamon and ginger. They also added a touch of Haskap juice from their friends at Haskapa just for fun. Pours a pale straw with a tinge of red-blue from the Haskap berries with a nice head and ample lacing. On the palate, the ginger comes first, followed by the cinnamon, then a hint of the great Haskap berry. It's backed up by a nice malt backbone, mild bitterness, and a smooth finish. At 6% ABV, we think it will be the perfect beer for après ski, après sledding, or après anything else. They also say save the date for the whole grain party at Boxing Rock, Friday, January 30th from 5 to 7:30 p.m. They'll be having beer, bread at the brewery. More details will come after the holiday, but it's going to be a great night filled with beer, bread, fun, and cheese. Garrison Brewing Company has once again partnered with the gang at Noble Grape to host the 7th annual Home Brew Off to showcase the talents of our local home brewers. Selected by BJCP certified judges, the gold medal winner will be invited to join their brewmaster Daniel Gerard in brewing a full-size batch of the recipe for packaging and released as a limited edition seasonal beer. The 2014 style is 12B Robust Porter, a substantial malty dark ale with a complex and flavorful roasty character. Submissions are due by February 12th, and be sure to save the date for the awards gala of March 5th. Get all the details from Garrison's website. Propeller Brewing Company has a new beer in its One Hit Wonder series. Snowblower Winter Ale is a dark and sweet brew with a nice warming alcohol character. The beer is full of character with a rich body provided by the use of 5 specialty malts. While the malt character is the focus of the brew, a note of bitterness and traditional English ale aroma rounds out this newest offering. They use Willamette and Fuggles hops, and the beer is a 6.2% ABV, 31 IBU. Rock Bottom Brew Pub officially announced that Jacob Saunders is stepping into the role of brewmaster, replacing Greg Nash, who is leaving Rock Bottom to open his own microbrewery. Jake worked as a brewer at Rogue's Roost and was excited to take on the challenges of taking the job at Rock Bottom. He also says that he's a big believer in open door, and if there's time, he wants everyone to know that he's available for inquiries. People can find me down here all the time, he says. I want them to know that they can come and knock on the door and chat or get a tour. I want the beer to be approachable and fun, and for the brewery to share those traits. He started out by putting out a new extra special bitter on tap at Rock Bottom. It's 5.2% ABV, 35 IBUs, copper color, and the aroma of toasty honey and pears. Broad malty body featuring coffee and toffee, earthy balance, and bitter finish. As reported last week, Tattamagoose Brewing Company and the Stubborn Goat have a collaboration brew underway for the Local Connections Craft Beer and Local Food Celebration this January 15th. It is a double IPA, but it needs a name, and they're opening it up to you. The name must be goat related. The best goaty name will win a free party keg rental, 19 plus, and a $100 gift card to the Stubborn Goat. Go and comment on the post on their Facebook page to enter. The contest closes December 22nd. Good luck, everybody. Got a note here from Jeff Saunders, who says that on January 31st he's going to be celebrating 1 year in business, and he's going to have a party from 10 to 5. Going to be all kinds of prizes and fun. Also, he's going to have a barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout in Planters Bridge red wine barrels, 10.5%, and a new version of his box cutter IPA. So lots going on up there in the valley. And the last thing I have here is this will be the last Maritime Beer Report for 2014. Next week will be a review of the news from 2014. And on January 2nd will be the 2015 Craft Beer Outlook. May you all have a great holiday and season filled with joy and delight, enjoying all that it has to offer. And until next time and next year, enjoy responsibly.